Hey, it's IdkWhatsRc and this is my level 1 to 99 magic guide sponsored by Smoking Dice. Okay, so first of all I will show you the fastest but expensive way to get level 99 magic. So first of all, Wind Strike, then Confuse, Enchant Lv1, Enchant Lv2, Superheat Gold, Enchant Lv3, High Alchemy with Snare at the same time, it's really good experience, and then High Alchemy with Vulnerability at the same time. And finally, you will do the last level by casting High Alchemy with Enfeeble and High Alchemy with Stunt, which is the best experience and magic of the game if you exclude combat training. The fastest way to train magic used to be Hunter Kit with String Jewelries, but due to a recent update it has been nerfed. So the Hunter Kit spell now takes 6 sticks instead of 2 and now interrupts String Jewelry, so you cannot do this method anymore. If you want to make cash while training magic, then this is the way to go. So first of all, Wind Strike, Confuse, Weaken, Curse, and after that you will start making money with Superheat Mithril or Superheat Rune bars. After that you can use one of those 3 methods. So the first one is Charging Air Orbs, which is 10 GP per experience, so really good, and it's away from keyboard, and you don't need to have completed the quest Lunar Diplomacy. The other hand, you can use the spell Humidify, which requires Lunar Diplomacy and Dream Mentor to make 15 GP per experience, and finally Plank Make, which is only 1 GP per experience, but it's really good experience, 162k experience per hour in magic. And finally, the relaxed training for those who don't want to click intensively. So first of all, Wind Strike, Confuse, Weaken, Curse, High Alchemy, and then after that you have 2 choices. Bake Pie, which is really good experience in cooking and magic, and String Jewelry that will give a little bit experience in crafting. Okay, so like I said earlier, from level 1 to 3 you will have to use the Wind Strike spell, which require a hair staff and a Mind Runes. Okay, so make sure you have a hair staff and a lot of Mind Runes, select the autocast option of the Wind Strike spell from your spellbook, and then simply attack any monster. So it can be man, woman, goblins, spiders, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, you only train with that method until level 3, so it's really not long, and yeah, that's pretty much it. There isn't much to say. Okay, so now let's talk about curses. So the first one that you will use at level 3 is Confuse, and after that Weaken at level 11 and Curse at level 19. So it gives really good experience at very low level and it's really cheap. At higher level you will be able to use curses with High Alchemy at the same time for really good experience. So you will do that with the Curse Snare, Vulnerability, Enfeeble, and Stunt, which is the best experience, 171k experience per hour at a cost of only 1 GP per experience. Your goal with the equipment is to have the least amount of magic attack possible, so you actually fail casting the spell, get experience, and you can recast it right after it. So yeah, that's your goal, and to do it you will need a bronze kite shield, bronze body, granite legs, which are worse or better depending on how you see it than the bronze legs, green vambrace, bronze boots, and bronze fulham, and for the staff it will be a mud staff. The best way to do the equipment will be to have a lava battle staff with the Tome of Frost, but doing that you will have a too high magic attack and you might manage to actually succeed in casting the spell, so it's less experience per hour, but it will be cheaper. For the inventory it's very easy, either Body Rune or Soul Rune depending on what you're casting, Nature and Fire Rune to cast High Alchemy, and your High Alchemy supplies of course. You will train in Edgeville, and the fastest way to get there is to use an Amulet of Glory. Okay, so first of all you want to resize your screen and rotate it, so the curse spell you want to cast, for example Stunt, is right over one of the skeleton in the wilderness. And when it's done, simply click on the Stunt, press the F4 button, then click on the skeleton and repeat. It's really easy and really fast. If you want to use High Alchemy at the same time for the higher level people, then simply cast it right after casting the curse spell on the skeleton. Both animation can occur at the same time, so it's really good experience. Okay, so Superheating is a special spell. It turns ore into bars. There are 3 bars that I recommend to make. The first one is gold, for best experience in magic and smithing, but you will lose a little bit of cash. The second one is Mithril, which is really good experience in magic and it makes cash. And finally Rune, which is a bit less experience, but it makes a lot of cash, 6 GP per experience. This is what you will need if you want to Superheat Gold. So first of all, a Fire Staff and the Goldsmith Gauntlet, which are obtained by completing the quest Family Crest. They will boost by a lot amount of experience you will get in smithing. And for the inventory, it's very easy, Nature Runes and Gold Ores. If you want to Superheat Mithril or Rune Bars, then your setup will depend if you're using or not the Coal Bag, which is a reward from Dungeoneering. And also don't forget to use Urns. They will boost the amount of experience in smithing by 20%. In this short clip, I will be superheating Mithril bars. So first of all, I would draw a full inventory of coal. I put them all into my coal bag, would draw 10 Mithril ores, and the rest will be coal. Then I simply spam click the superheating item spell from my spellbook. If you have sorted it correctly, you can check the last page if you want. Then your last ore, Mithril ore for example, will be right over the superheating spell. So it's really useful and you don't have to move the mouse at all. When your inventory is all turned into bars, then you simply repeat. So a full inventory of coal, put them into your coal bag, 10 Mithril ores, the rest is coal, then you simply spam click the superheating spell. Okay, so now let's talk about enchantment spells that you cast on jewelries to turn them into their magic version. For example, ring, amulet, and bracelets. The GP per experience will depend on the spell you're using, but also on what jewelry you're casting on. Okay, so first of all, you will need the right staff, so either water, air, or fire staff. And for the inventory, it's Cosmic Rune with the right jewelry. If you want to know which jewelry will be the best, then simply click the link in the description to my calculator. Okay, so withdraw a full inventory of ruby amulets, for example, then simply cast the level 3 enchantment spell on each of them to turn them into Amulet of Strength. So if you're fast enough, you can expect to make around 1,900 of them per hour for 112k experience per hour. Okay, so now let's talk about the Big Pie spell from the Lunar Spellbook. So it's not amazing magic experience, but it's really good because first it's away from keyboard, and second it gives amazing cooking experience, up to 592k experience per hour in cooking. Okay, so for the equipment, it's a steam staff and cooking gauntlets from Family Crest. And for the inventory, it's cooking urns that will give a 20% bonus experience in cooking. I really recommend them. Astral runes, and finally, raw summer pies. Okay, so first of all, we'll draw a full inventory of raw summer pie, then simply click once on the Big Pie spell, and then simply wait until all your raw pie are turned into cooked pie. So it's really easy and it's away from keyboard. Then when your inventory is all done, simply click on the bank, drop them all into your bank, withdraw more raw pies, and you simply repeat until you're level 99 magic. Another very good away from keyboard spell is String Jewelry from the Lunar Spellbook, but instead of giving cooking experience, we'll give a little boost in crafting, 8k experience per hour, and really good experience in magic, 157k. Those are the items you will need. So first of all, a mud staff in your equipment, and for the inventory, astral runes and unstrung gold amulets. Okay, so first of all, withdraw a full inventory of unstrung gold amulet, then simply click once on the string jewelry spell to start stringing them. So it's really easy, it's away from keyboard, and when your inventory is done, simply click on the bank, drop them all into your bank, withdraw more unstrung amulets, and repeat until you're level 99. Okay, so now let's talk about the Charged Air Orbs spell. So what's good about this method is that it's away from keyboard, you don't need to have completed the quest Lunar Diplomacy, and it's really good money, up to 500k GP per hour. Okay, so first of all, you will need a hair staff and the proselyte armor. The armor isn't really needed, but I recommend it with protect from melee, of course, because there are black demons that can damage you, like you will be able to see later in the video. For the inventory, it's Cosmic Rune, and the rest will be Unpowered Orb, and don't forget to use your best Beast of Burden and fill it with Unpowered Orbs as well. Okay, so in order to be able to use the spell, you will first need to be at the Air Obelisk. The fastest way to get there is to teleport to Edgeville with an Amulet of Glory, enter the Edgeville dungeon, run north, and climb the ladder in the Black Demon Room. So please take note that this is in the wilderness, the level 7 wilderness, so it's not really risky. You can easily teleport back to Edgeville, and anyway, you're not risking much. Okay, so first of all, we draw a full inventory of unpowered ore, put them all into your Beast of Burden. I don't really recommend to fill it completely because otherwise it will be tricky to play with your orbs in order to actually move them from your inventory to your Base of Burden and from your Base of Burden to your inventory. So now simply climb the ladder right there and then simply use the Charging Air Orbs on the Air Obelisk to get experience and turn the orbs into Air Orbs. So now when your inventory is all filled, you simply trade with your Beast of Burden, withdraw more unpowered orb, and finally when you're all done, you simply use your Amulet of Glory to be teleported to Edgeville, and you repeat. Okay, so now let's talk about the spell Humidify. So it's probably the best way to make cash while training magic. So you can make up to 700k GP per hour, which is really good. In order to be able to unlock the spell, you will first need to have completed the quest Lunar Diplomacy and Dream Mentor. Okay, so for the items, you'll need a Steam Staff, Astral Rune, and a lot of clay. Okay, so first of all, I have a full inventory of clay. Simply cast Humidify, and will turn all the clay in your inventory into soft clay, which are worth a lot of cash. So now withdraw a full inventory of clay once again. Click on the Humidify spell to turn them into soft clay. Put them all into your bank, withdraw more clay, and then you simply repeat. So it's really click intensive, but it's really good cash at the same time, and quite decent experience in magic too. And finally, the spell Plankmate, which also require to have completed the quest Lunar Diplomacy and Dream Mentor. So it's really good experience, up to 160k experience per hour, and you even make cash while using this method. Okay, so for the equipment, you will need a Hurt Staff, and for the inventory, it's a full inventory of Mahogany Logs, Astral Rune, and Nature Rune. Also, don't forget to have a lot of coin in your money pouch. Okay, so first of all, withdraw a full inventory of Mahogany Logs, then simply cast the Plankmate spell on each of the logs. So it's not automatic, you really need to click on the spell, then click on the log. So it's really click intensive, but it's really good experience, and you even make cash, around 1.3 GP per experience, which is really good for that amount of experience. So when your inventory is all turned into planks, simply withdraw more log and repeat. Before actually ending this video, I want to talk about two alternative methods. So the first one is to cast Low Alchemy while training fishing by using the Barbarian Fishing method. So if you plan to get level 99 fishing that way, then you will get a bonus experience in magic of 5 million. So it's really good. If you also plan to do gold mining at the LRC cave while superheating, you will also get a bonus of 7.5 million experience in magic. Really good. If you plan to train agility, you can also do it with High Alchemy for a bonus of 7 million magic experience. And finally, the magic imbue spell from the Lunar Spellbook at level 82 magic. It's really good. Basically, you can cast it everywhere, Live It Farm, Castle Wars, Fletching. It's stacked with any animation, and it's really good experience.